In 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Please proceed into the chamber lock after completing each test.
Delicious. It all works.
No, it.
The patient. For instance, the Aperture Science weighted storage 100 MB Science heavy duty super colliding super button. Perfect. Please move quickly to the chamber lock, as the effects of prolonged exposure to the button are not part of this test. You're doing.
Don't stop lying to people.
And it feels correct in the mouth.
Now.
Let's get Nico's unbiased with me.
It's so deep. Stuff. The rice 1 day old, not 16-year-old. Stop fingering it.
Antique. Very good. You are now in possession of the app. You can create your own portals. These intradimensional gates have proven to be completely safe. The device, however, has not. Do not touch the operational end of the device. Do not look directly at the operational end of the device. Do not... Well done. Remember, the Aperture Science Bring Your Daughter to Work Day is the perfect time to have her tested.
Oh my god.
Welcome to Test Chamber 4. You're doing quite well. Once again, excellent work. As part of a required test protocol, we will not monitor the next test chamber. You will As part of a required test protocol, our previous statement suggesting that we would not monitor this. While safety is one of many enrichment center goals, the energy pellet seems... What are you doing? Stop it. Please be careful. Warning devices are required on all mobile equipment. However, alarms and flashing hazard lights have been found to agitate the high-energy pellet and
Eating magic brownies. If you've ever ingested one of these exquisite delicacies, you would know there's
Please
some
note that
clear
we have added a
distinctions between
consequence.
eating
Failure. Any contact with the chamber floor will result in an unsatisfactory mark on your official testing record. The a consequence for failure. Any contact with the chamber floor will result in an unsatisfactory mark on your
magic
testing
brownies
record.
and puffing magic clouds. First off, magic brownies are some dangerous shit, but in like a
merely a
sneaky
device.
ass way. Kinda like how if I
The Enrichment Center regrets to inform you that this next test is impossible. Make no attempt to solve it.
If I knew nothing about raccoons and I saw one chilling on the road, I would be like, aw, that's a cute ass raccoon. I'm gonna go help it across the road and make sure it's safe.
This clearly broke test chain. Hello again. To reiterate, previous one. Spectacular. You appear to understand how a portal affects forward momentum, or to be more precise, how it does not.
Hey little guy. Fuck. God damn, fuck. You see, that's dangerous. Which is exactly like when you see an innocent brownie chilling on the counter, waiting to be eaten. And
The device has been modified so that it can now manufacture two linked portals at once. As part of an optional test protocol, we are pleased to
you're like,
an amusing fact.
shit, that brownie's been chilling there for a little bit too long. I'm gonna just clean it up, you know what I'm saying? And shit, the next thing you know, you're laying face down on the floor, 4 bags of Doritos deep while watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians. not that happened to me or something, like, anyways, secondly, the brownies are made to catch you lacking. I mean, if you've tried edibles, you'll know what I'm talking about. You'll have a good piece, like enough to get you baked, but that shit just doesn't hit. Bro, I really don't feel anything. You probably just didn't have enough. Alright then, let me have some more. Yeah, got you. They'll have you eating 3 brownies at a time, like, fuck, bro. I've eaten 3 goddamn brownies and I don't feel shit. Like, do they even work? Yes, they do, bro. Look at Eric. That motherfucker only had half. What the fuck?
Now that you are in control of both portals, this next test could take a very, very long time. If you become lightheaded from thirst, feel free to pass out.
Fuck.
An
He only had
intubation
half a brownie? I've eaten 3. Them things can even
With
take up to
peptic
a few
salve and
hours.
adrenaline.
They'll leave you with the good old, damn, bro. These edibles ain't shit.
Protocol. We can know. All subjects intending to.
These
high
bad
energy
boys will
demo-
have you seeing rainbows. They'll have you
informed
lagging
that
in
they
real
may-
life. I mean, shit, if you have enough, they'll have you
No
out here
further
talking to
compliance
Pop Smoke. And the thing
required
is,
or
the
will
magic
be-
clouds will introduce.
The Enrichment Center is committed to the well-being of all participants. Cake and brief counseling will be available at the conclusion of the test. Thank you for helping us help you help us all.
Introduce themselves to you before they hit. But the fucking magic brownies be coming out of nowhere on some Randy Orton shit, leaving a motherfucker RKO'd out of nowhere. And I'm telling you, there's
To ensure the safe performance of all authorized activities, do not destroy vital testing apparatus. Well done, Android. The enrichment.
There's something
once
about
again
edibles
reminds
that
you
be
that
changing your settings. Like that bitch lowers your FPS, changes your render
Defiance.
distance, and maxes out your sensitivity. I mean, one time I gobbled down a brownie, and
The vital apparatus.
when I touched a
Awaited.
blanket, I felt
3.
every
This weighted companion cube will accompany you through the test chamber. Please take care of it. The symptoms most commonly produced by enrichment center testing are superstition, perceiving inanimate objects as alive, and hallucinations. The enrichment center reminds you that the weighted companion cube will never threaten to stab you and, in fact, cannot speak. You did it. The weighted companion cube certainly brought you good luck. However, it cannot accompany you for the rest of the test. You euthanized your faithful companion cube more quickly. Test
bristle,
subject on
every
record.
microfiber,
Congratulations.
every single atom in each microfiber. I mean, it was really a blessing and a curse, because every time my shirt would wrinkle, I would take 1 HP. But at the same time, a
Well done. Be advised that the next test requires exposure to uninsulated.
a bowl of ice cream had me bustin', bro, because magic is some
Information,
powerful shit. Like one time a
Electrical
good
safety
friend of mine got
seminar.
fooled by the good old, these edibles ain't shit, let me pop some more. And when those edibles hit, they changed every setting this man had. Yo, Robert, you okay? How you doing, bro?
¿Quién es Roberto? ¿Quién verga eres tú? ¿Quién
When
eres
you
tú?
are done,
¿Dónde
you
estoy?
drop the device
Hold up.
in the equipment
Does Robert know
recovery annex.
Spanish? No, bro. That
Enrichment
motherfucker
center
only knows
regulations require
English.
both hands to
Shit,
be
Robert
empty
ended up
before
legally
anything-
changing his name to Javier. And that motherfucker moved to Barcelona. He just never came back. So like I said, those magic brownies are powerful, and you can do with them as you please, but remember, with great power comes great responsibility.
When I first started to smoke weed in high school, I would smoke a little too confidently. I really thought highly in my ability to hold my weed and seem like an outwardly functional person. And that overconfidence is how this story starts. Now that I think about it, overconfidence always seems to be the starting place for a lot of my stories. I think I've just got an underdeveloped frontal lobe. Anyways, me and my friends talked the day prior about doing our first wake and bake before school. So I was like, I gotta smoke weed as soon as I awake. And so I did. And I went hard this morning. My philosophy was that I had to smoke enough that it would last the entire school day. So I ripped the fattest bong rips of my life. Not even before I left my bed. I got out of the bed and got to my shower, and I just stood under the water for like 20 minutes. This is where I started to think, did I smoke a little too much today? Nah, I think I'm good. I eventually got out of the shower because I started to get munchies for breakfast. You know you're gonna have a crazy day when you get the munchies for breakfast. I then proceeded to eat 3 entire bowls of peanut butter Captain Crunch. I ate so much, I felt pregnant. It was a lot of cereal. I got out the door and waited for the bus, and once I got on, I started looking around for my boys. Once I found them, the ugly truth came out. All these dudes were sober. I had been duped. I was the only person that had gone through with the plan, and I couldn't get off this bus. I had no choice but to face this entire school day way higher than I'd ever managed before, all by myself. I felt like a kid who had nobody come to his birthday party. I was alone, dude. To give you an example for how high I really was, the entire bus ride, I just looked at the floor with my eyelids halfway open. I was spacing out of my mind. I felt like I was accepting the warm embrace and darkness of death. Once the bus got to school, I came back to my body and my boys helped me in. We sat in the hallway, and before the school day started, these guys were having a whole Socratic seminar around my lifeless body. How the fuck are we supposed to deal with this problem? I mean, we could make him grow up so he's a little more sober. I don't want to grow up. I don't want to lose my cereal. I ate a lot of it this morning. I got next period with him, so I could just help him out in class there. Alright, that sounds good. We'll just try and ride this out the whole day. And then the bell rang, and I'm practically dragged to my first period. We were in a science class, and luckily for me, we were having one of those days where we just watch National Geographic, and that was about all we did. I sat in the back of the class with my friend, which was being my caregiver for the class, and we had to do these worksheets as we watched through the video, but I ignored them altogether. I even remember the exact video we watched this day. It was a documentary about gorillas called Go Ape. And I couldn't contain myself watching this shit, man. I mean, the monkeys and apes are just so silly, dude. In the way that the narrator talked was so seriously about them. It was killing me. He would say some stuff like,
"She's dependent on the bigger male to keep her safe, though he spends most of his time munching leaves."
and I'd be in the back of the class like, and the teacher would just look at me down with these shut up eyes. But I mean, look at this. It's still funny while sober. You cannot blame me for this at all. Just look at the way they look. They're so goofy. So the class ended and I went to the next, which I had the same friend in. So once again, I could have my little guardian to make sure nothing bad happens to little old me. After watching Go Ape, I was feeling good. Normally I would be anxious about getting caught high at school, but this video just put me in the right mindset. Or maybe it was just that I was too high, I couldn't feel negative emotions, I don't know. Anyways, we get to the next class and it's math, so the subject is a little more involved, but again, I was chilling. My friend had to carry all of the stress going in here, which I love him for doing. If it weren't for him, I would have been done for. Thank you very much. 20 minutes into the class, I've got a royally poo in the toilet because of all the milk I drank this morning. So I raised my hand and the teacher is just ignoring me. And in all this time, the anticipation builds in my head for how I'm gonna communicate that I need to go. I just decide this anticipation doesn't feel good. So I get up and walk out of the class. I do my business, and as I'm walking out of the bathroom, some kid is approaching me that the teacher had sent to go and get me. You gotta go back to class, man. Alright. I get back to the class, and the teacher's like,
"What do you think you're doing leaving my classroom?"
and I pull out the classic, I screwed up hard, and I get sent to the nurse. So I gotta leave the class again, but I'm not gonna lie, I don't go to the nurse. I just go back to the bathroom and sit on the toilet until lunch. Now, this whole time I'm on the toilet, I'm thinking of a way that I can get out of school before lunch is over. I didn't feel sick at all, and I wasn't about to make myself throw up. So my great plan that I had thought up was to go onto Google Images and find an image of a toilet with vomit in it. I know, it's gross, but